Hey guys, Dancy2, back with Let's Play Golden Sun The Lost Age. Last time, we completed Magma Rock. And today, we're headed off to put that magma ball that we got to use, as well as get us some more forging material. Da, 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 da. Now, we have actually not been to the place where we're going to put this thing to use yet, but it's right up here. I'm going to park my boat here. Actually, let me check total stats. How's everyone look? Okay. Gonna set my party back to normal. Or my new normal, I should say. Which is this. This is my standard setup for late game, so that's what we're gonna be rolling with from here on out. Loho. All sorts of ores and metals. Alright! Check out the inn and the item shop. Wait, whoa. Ah, cool, we can buy vials here. I forgot about that. Buy that, give that to Jonah. Because I need to restock from what we used. It's not a morbid curiosity. Is that better than anyone's? Nope. Whoa, hold on. Spirit armlet. This is what I was looking for. This can be useful, so give that to her. The bone armlet. Okay. Nope, that's not better than anyone else's. Okay. I did not think it would be. Since we're using our flying ship more, I'm actually going to have to stay at inns from here on out. So I apologize if that annoys anyone. Wait, what am I saying? I don't care if it annoys anyone. Mainly because to me, I don't know, Let's Playing has become way too apologetic these days, you know. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it's like, you know, these are our videos. Maybe it's just because I do this because I like to and not to actually have fans, but I don't know. Cool. They have a cannon. It's really high tech. Huh. Well, we'll go investigate that in just a minute. Want to make sure there's no valuable shit in your houses that I can't steal. Oh, there's something here. Hello. Ooh, crystal powder. Why there's nothing down here? Hello. Yeah, sure, if you're selling it. Huh. Well, let's stick this magma ball in here. Fire in the hole! Well, I was blowing the wall down. See, look. Yay! Cannon in mind. Yeah, that's our boat. It's got a dragon's head. Yep. Okay, sounds good to me. I'm gonna go steal all your shinies before you can get to them. Now, luckily, even though we shot it, we still have the magma ball. Which is good, because we'll need it again later. But up here, there's actually a lot more good shit. Now, luckily, as you can tell here, we have another spot to dig in. There. In order to get us another golden core here. Now, there should be another thingy underneath this one as well. Isaac, do your thing. Good boy. And our third golden core. Now if we hop over here, we can grab ourselves another gem. Today's just a day of getting good shit. Lull. Lull is incredibly useful. Lull will negotiate a temporary ceasefire. It basically ends the turn as soon as it's used. Your enemies stop moving, and you stop moving, it just automatically ends the turn. This is actually much more useful than it would seem. Who normally gets lull? I have no idea. Although I think it might go to him. I don't know, I'll look it up afterwards. Because I know there's 3 possible people it can go to, and I think it's Isaac. Either way, it's going to Isaac right now because I really want him in the Rowan stat. Now, there should be one other forging material in here. I just have to find it. Nah. Yeah, there it is, got it. This should be what I'm looking for. Yes! Mithril silver! Mithril silver is an incredibly good forging material. Like, although its values aren't as good as the auriculum, I'd say it's on par with the auriculum. Good to hear. Already did it. I stole all the shinies. Alright, now that we have our cannon on our boat, I think... Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, I might as well show it off while I'm here. And that is... Normally, we cannot get back to the area from the first Golden Sun, but if we land our boat right here and do some twitchy stuff... I think it's right here, at least. Yes! We can get on to the original area. This is up where the cave where we found Babby is. And this is obviously the ocean. or the sea where we fought the Kraken at, and where Crossbone Isle is. And you can go all around here. There isn't actually anything programmed in here, though, as you can clearly tell. But it's a neat little Easter egg they have in the game. Or, I don't know if it's actually an Easter egg, but it's more of a glitch. And there's only a couple things actually coded into the world map. If I can get back there, which I'm going to try to. There's no actual... None of the towns are programmed in, but some of the world map is, but only some. What in the world? Really weird random battles. See, if you go all the way up here, you can see that Vale and Mount Adept are actually, or Mount Alpha are actually programmed in, but you can't actually go in them. This is for later in the game, for cutscenes, obviously. But yeah, that's about it. It's just a really cool little Easter egg thing that somebody figured out how to get back to the original Golden Sun areas. And I guess that's where we call it a day, really? Nah, damn it, I can't go back there. We're not going to quite call it a day yet. I do want to go pick up a couple other things, and I want to go and forge some shit. Because it is forging time again. I've got I got 6 forging materials now, so it's forging time. And I've got some very specific things I want out of it. Basically, nothing is expendable from here. Because we need to get Felix an upgrade, because honestly, although the Masamune is an okay weapon, I don't really like using it with him. Especially when I have better weapons. Actually, I'm not sure if they're better. I need to go check that off screen. I know what I'm making either way. Because the ones I'm making it with is not exactly... There's not many options to be had with them. Alright. Before we go any further, I want to go back up to that ice island up here and grab that apple we saw hanging from... Was it an apple or was it a nut? I can't remember. We saw some kind of fruit hanging from a tree up here, and now that we have Ketch, we can go get it. It was an apple. I was right! Yoink! Oh wow, where the hell did I get this shit from? Nah, just drop that, I guess. Apple use on Piers again. Piers, I will get your attack stat up if it kills me. Alright, and with that, I think I'll meet you guys back in Yalom after I have everything forged, so see you guys in a minute. Okay, I've gotten everything I wanted forged. Let's start off with the easy stuff. The Stardust I found, I made into the Astral Circle, which I gave to Ivan, because he just doesn't have much to use at this point, and it's better than nothing for him. The 3 Golem Cores I made into the Titan Gloves, which will raise Ivan's HP, which he needs desperately. I also made one into the Huge Sword, which will introduce something that's been in the game for a little bit, but I haven't really brought up yet, and that is there are certain weapons in the game that will, when they normally attack, they'll actually convert all of your damage to a specific element. This has occurred in with previous weapons, but it hasn't been noteworthy. It's going to start getting noteworthy at this point. Huge Sword will convert it all to Venus Elemental, which is why I gave it to Felix here. Even though it is slightly weaker than any of the other weapons he can have, because of that, it's useful. Other than that, it's just a useful weapon all around, and it's a good placeholder for him. Aside from that, the last golden score I used to make the tungsten mace. Tungsten mace is actually really good, mainly due to the fact that it's the most powerful mace in the game, so it can actually be passed around between quite a few people, and will serve a purpose pretty much for the rest of the game. I used one of the salamander tails to make a burning sword for Jenna, which this is another pure elemental weapon. It will convert all of the damage it does to Mars automatically, so that's really good for her. Aside from that, other options for the Golem's Core, the only two other options are the Gaia's Axe, which is a slightly more powerful than the huge sword, but not as powerful as the tungsten mace, and it has a chance to sleep enemies. It's also an elemental damage weapon like the huge sword, so it's okay, but honestly I prefer the other two. And the only other option for Golem's Core is the Chrono Mail, which is an armor that increases HP. It's okay, but I'd rather use it to get the two weapons I got. As you can see here, I used the Mithril Silver in order to make the Mithril Clothes. Raises evade, but like everything else it says raises evade, it actually increases criticals. This is incredibly good. As I said before, I'm speccing out Felix and Piers to be high critical users. So this is basically his endgame equipment. Other stuff you can get from the Mithril Silver, there are two swords you can get from the Mithril Silver. The Mithril Blade, which its unleash is mercury based, so you would think, oh, that's the best blade for Piers. Sort of. It's not even as powerful as the Masamune. So once again, from an endgame perspective, it's pitifully underpowered. The other sword you get is the Levantine, Leviathan or Levantine or whatever the hell, however you want to pronounce it, has a Mars-based unleash. It's not that noteworthy in this game, but it's something to remember because it'll change eventually. The fact that it's not too noteworthy, we'll go over it later, but it's an okay weapon now, pretty good for Garrett. But honestly, you know, I would try and stack Garrett with cursed equipment if you have the Cleric's Ring. If not, I wouldn't waste one of your Mithril Silvers on the Levantine. I just wouldn't. Other than that, there's the Mithril Helm, which is also raises the critical hit level, which is really good. The Mithril Armlet, which will also raise critical hits, and the Psychic Circlet, which will increase PP recovery. All of these are really good. Mithril Silver is much better. In this game, Mithril Silver is really good for defensive equipment because it will increase your critical hits. As for the Salamander's Tail, I'm going to forge another one and see what I can get out of it. Because other than the one thing I got, I don't really have a purpose for the other Salamander's Tail. So I'm just going to forge it up and see what I get. And I believe that's it. That should be just about everything. As far as what the Salamander's Tail can forge, it can forge an axe called the Apollo's Axe, which obviously is a Mars-based unleash. It's okay. I don't really typically see much use in it. It can also forge a staff, which is basically like the Burning Sword, except it doesn't convert your standard attack to elemental damage, so, eh. Or I could just get another Burning Sword. Okay, I'm gonna sell the shit out of that. And the only other thing it can make of note is it can make a Fire Shield, which, once again, eh. And it can also make a robe, which is basically what... it's basically the Feathered Robe for Mars Elemental, except it doesn't have the increased speed. The Hubris armor got handed down to Isaac, obviously, there. And I probably shouldn't have sold that soul brand. Actually, no, I could just pass that over to him. I'm looking for stuff for Garrett right now, and I could probably just pass him the Phaeton's Blade instead. Sell off that second Burning Sword we got. Bye, Pirate Saber. You were awesome while you were here. And that should be just about it for everyone. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head if there's anything else in the Western Sea we can do at this point without going north. And I don't think there is. So next time we'll head up north and hopefully make it to Prox. See you guys then.